Since 1988, over 16,000 people have gone missing in Alaska. That's more than twice the national average, and for decades, more people have gone missing in Alaska than anywhere else in the United States. To this day, no one's been able to come up with a definitive answer, since most people who go missing without a trace. Hey humans, it's Hannah. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, I do videos on creepy and disturbing things. So if that's also your thing, consider subscribing. So this video is about the Alaska Triangle, and a lot of people refer to this as Alaska's Bermuda Triangle. It's the wilderness area of Alaska that connects the three city points of Juneau, Barrow, and Anchorage. It's in this area that anywhere from about 500 to 2,000 people go missing every single year. What really started bringing it to people's attention was in October 1972, when a private plane disappeared. This private plane had U.S. House Majority Leader Hale Boggs, Alaska Congressman Nick Begich, an aide Russell Brown, and their bush pilot Don Johns. They were all aboard the plane flying from Anchorage to Juneau, and their plane seemingly just vanished into thin air. Many people searched for them for over a month. This included 50 civilian planes searching for them, many boats, and over 40 military aircraft scoured the area looking for this private plane. Now, mind you, this area is about 32,000 miles, but they still searched and searched, and there was no trace of the plane anywhere. No debris, no human remains, nothing. In the years that followed, there were many other plane incidents. In 1986, a Japanese plane was flying from Iceland to Anchorage, Alaska. All of the people on this plane claimed that they saw 3 UFOs. They all claimed that these UFOs chased them through the entire triangle, flashing lights at them that were following them, disappearing, and then reappearing again. All in all, over the past about 100 years, it's estimated that the Alaska Triangle has taken down around 75 ships and hundreds of boats. This includes 1950, where a military aircraft disappeared with 44 people on board, and in 1990, when a Cessna 340 disappeared that had 5 passengers on it. And that's just planes and ships that have gone missing in this area. Over the past few decades, tourists, hikers, civilians, lots and lots of people have also gone missing in this area without a trace. So understand that it's not like they died and then people found them. Thousands of people go missing in this area, and it's rare that anybody finds any trace of them. So of course, over the years, people have come up with many possible explanations. Some of the more popular ones include energy vortexes, aliens, extreme weather, Bigfoot, parallel universe, alternate dimensions, of course, that kind of stuff. So let's talk about a couple of these theories. There is a popular urban legend of this area about a creature called the Kushtaka. The Native American tribe called the Tlingit, really sorry if I say that wrong, that live in this area. Part of their folklore is this Kushtaka shape-shifting creature, half human and half otter. It is said that the creature will pretend to be a woman or a child in the distance screaming for help to lure you in. And then once you go to help, it's actually the Kushtaka and will take you and steal your soul. Many accept and believe this particular urban legend as the reason so many people venture into this area and disappear without a trace. And then there's the extreme weather in this area. The Alaska Triangle is, like I said before, the wilderness. So there's avalanches, there's really dense forest, there's glaciers, there's caves, there's a lot of random crevices, and of course, wild animals. That combined with a lot of tourists and hikers really wanting to see this land, and then of course they're not equipped for it. And then a lot of people just perish due to the elements. It also makes it really hard for anyone to find them. The snow can fall so fast in the Alaska Triangle that people that go missing or die or their plane goes down, the snow can cover the wreckage or their remains extremely quickly, making it hard for anyone to find them. People enter the triangle, and even pretty experienced outdoorsy people are not usually prepared for this environment. So at this point you may be thinking, well, that seems like the most obvious answer to me is the weather making it so harsh. And yes, I do think the weather must play some sort of role. But it's still really weird that so many planes and ships get lost or go down in this particular Triangle? Why do so many of them disappear? I know that they're mostly private planes that go through this area that get lost, but even private planes, I mean, if you become a pilot and are flying a plane, you've got to be pretty experienced and you've got to be able to handle really extreme weather conditions when you're up in the air like that, right? So why do so many planes crash and disappear? I just find it odd. It seems like even though the weather is really extreme, the amount of planes that go missing and boats that go missing seem disproportionate to the number of people. Like I said, twice the national average people that go missing in this area. So what about energy vortexes? An energy vortex is a swirling center of energy that is especially strong in certain places. It's this swirling cone going either clockwise and upward or counterclockwise and downward. And then it has either positive or negative effects, respectively. Positive clockwise and upward energy vortexes are said to exist in places like the Egyptian pyramids, certain cathedrals, and places like Stonehenge. Basically, when you go in these areas, you'll feel good, inspired, and fresh. You'll have lots and lots of positive energy. And then on the other hand, negative counterclockwise energy vortexes deplete any energy and basically suck any positivity out of the air around them. These negative vortexes can essentially send humans to madness, causing hallucinations, delusions, confusion, depression, etc. It can also cause your devices to malfunction. Examples of negative vortexes would be like the Bermuda Triangle or Japanese Devil's Sea. Not only that, but some search and rescue workers that do go to the Alaska Triangle to try and recover bodies have said that they have felt these kind of symptoms when they're there. Many people who survive the Alaska Triangle have said that they will be using their compass and it will just go haywire and stop working. Researchers have also found evidence of large magnetic anomalies in this area. People that have survived going through the triangle have reported that they felt dizzy and really disoriented while in there. However, I have to include here that there's no good scientific, solid evidence that energy vortexes really exist. And while I always err on the side of science, I also have to say that I'm not completely convinced in this case. Like I said before, it just seems weird that so many people go missing and that so many planes go down. I can understand why a lot of the evidence and remains get covered by snow and avalanches and all that, but for how many people go through this area every single year, and many of them do survive, you'd think that someone would find something, right? Like for all those people that go through, you'd think that they'd see remains of the other people or find some sort of wreckage from the planes. And I know we'll never know, but I'd be very curious to know what the people experience before they pass away in the triangle. Please let me know in the comments below if you would ever consider going here. Even if I was an extremely experienced hiker, I don't think I would. I think this would be a hard pass for me. But I would like to see more scientific research done on the area to find out why twice the national average of people go missing in this triangle than anywhere else in America. So that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made it till the end, and I will see everybody in the next one.